You don't need to prepare. What is up, everybody? We are live. We are hanging out. Look at who I've got. Just ran into. I've got Paul on the plane, and
good man.
Yeah, we loved having Paul at Take on the World, and so we are now hanging with Paul. You know, I had a couple questions for you, Paul.
Uh-oh.
You and your son, you guys went to a NF concert. Dude, how was that?
It was my first exposure to NF because he loves him, you know. Yeah, he's been talking about him for a year. You know, I listened to little songs here and there. He told me he's a Christian rapper, and I said, all right, let's go. And it was in our hometown, so got him tickets, and I said, I'm going with you, you know.
Awesome.
We camped out, or not camped out, we didn't have to camp out, we live in a small town. But we showed up a couple hours early, got in the queue, we were like the third or fourth one in, and did a whole thing. It was awesome. And it was an awesome concert. I mean, my ears were ringing, but I think that's just because of my age. But it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. It was cool to just be here with him. This is a guy that he really kind of models. He's producing music. He's starting to do some stuff.
Oh, nice.
I just shared some stuff on social media just yesterday on some of his stuff that he's working on, and he's kind of modeling he wants to be a Christian rapper, so
nice.
I support that 1,000%.
Awesome. So what are you doing at FEIC this year?
I'm hanging out with all these cool people, and this is like a family reunion. Luckily this is my third U.S. conference, getting to know these people, you know, year in and year out, and I'm also going to just do a little bit of speaking. I've got a FEIC Space presentation. Going to be a little bit of what I did at Take on the World, but with some added stuff.
Okay, look, guys, if you haven't seen Paul's presentations at Take on the World, go watch those. Those were absolutely awesome. We got a lot of feedback from your presentations that turned actually a lot of people over going, I didn't know this. Because it is, what you talked about is the basis of why people are going, I don't buy this lie anymore, right?
Yeah.
And it makes a topic that seems so crazy to actually say, maybe they're onto something. So yeah, I encourage you guys to go check out Paul's presentation. So
yeah, thanks. That was, as I mentioned at Take on the World, the Earth from space images were my first stumbling block. That's what I had to overcome. That's the first thing I thought of when somebody mentioned that we don't live in a spinning ball flying through space. I was like, well, what about pictures from satellites and things like that? So that's where I spent, you know, a good first 6 months of my journey is investigating those sort of things. And so that's really what my presentation is going to focus on, kind of some of the highlights from those videos I put together.
Yeah. So, you know, I didn't get to ask you, you know, so this is our first time talking really since Take on the World. You know, that dreadful day that we actually had to all part ways, right? And so what'd you take away from Take on the World?
Oh my gosh.
And
how much battery you got on that phone of yours there?
You know what? I got this really cool.
All right, buckle up, people.
I've got this really cool portable charger. So let me get that plugged in, and I've got as much as you need. This is pretty cool. I don't know. I'm sure you're a technical guy, so I'm sure you have one of these.
That's a beach. That looks like it charges a couple of phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is pretty awesome.
It's even got a nightlight.
Yeah, I'll show you that. Of course, you guys know this is Michael Solomon's, of course.
Of course.
So,
and Michael here, I haven't got a chance to say hi to him yet.
yeah, where is Michael?
Yeah, where is Michael?
Yeah, Michael left me.
All right.
So.
Anyway, well, Take on the World was just a great experience. I don't know if people know that I was able to bring my mom with me, so we kind of got to experience it together, which was really, really special. And I give my mom a lot of credit for where I'm at today in my truth journey, because she was always one that taught me to question things. She always brought alternative views into our relationship, you know, and she always kind of had me thinking. And so, you know, she woke me up to a lot of things, just by the simple fact that she was always that kind of that voice in my head that was just like, you know, what if, you know, don't always take things at face value, what the media is saying. And so that was a big part of my journey. It was just her influence, obviously, growing up. And so it was really cool to be able to go to Take on the World with her, you know, when that came up and you gave me an opportunity to speak. In the time of year that it was, I said, hey, Mom, do you want to go? And she was like, yeah, let's do this. So we got to do that together. And I mean, I got to spend 3 nights with Rob Skiba, which was amazing, because I've always admired him, but I never had the time to really dive into all of it. I take that back. I never took the time to dive into all of the work that he's done over a decade, of his research and all that sort of thing. And so I've got, 3 nights of him. My mom and I just left every night at the conference, just kind of picking our jaws up off the floor, just because of all the stuff they did. But all the speakers were great, and there was so much biblical cosmology, which is where my videos, ministry, focus, or whatever is really going to be transitioning to that in 2020. I really feel God has put on my heart that the platform that I've built, I really want to kind of get into that a little bit more. It's been more, satellites, taking space, moon landing stuff, which is great. But I feel a calling to kind of do a little bit more in that area. So that's what a little preview for 2020 is going to be when it comes to From Home playing. So
Nice.
and a lot of that has to do with Take on the World, with the speakers and the relationships there, and spending time with Pastor Nate was just
Yeah,
awesome.
and that presentation that Nate did, that Sunday morning presentation, man, everybody was buzzing from that one. That was such an awesome.
And D.R. Lee.
D.R. Lee's, wow.
I mean, he came in and told his story, and my mom and I were up there hugging and crying with him because it was just so powerful. And
Right, and
it was awesome.
I loved, both of his presentations were great. I mean, DR's awesome.
Yeah.
So, hey, DR, if you're watching, you need to be watching.
Big shout out to DR.
Yeah,
I love you, brother.
we love you, man. You should have been here.
Yeah.
I know you're saving up to buy. He's saving up to buy a house in Tennessee, right? So, he's like acting like he's broke. He's not broke. He just has to come up with X amount of thousands of dollars to make this move happen. We're like, no, you can't leave Ohio. You know what I mean? And he's gonna leave us. But I told him he's got to visit.
Tennessee just got that much better.
It did.
It really did.
And his heart, for the Father, man, it's good. And
he took me and my mom out to lunch on the last day. I think it was the last day, and we really connected at another level and talked about our backgrounds and stuff. And so we really hit it off. So I'd been seeing some of his videos on YouTube, but getting a chance to just have lunch with him, especially after hearing his story and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we really connected at a special level. So I've really got a special place in my heart for that guy.
Yeah, I mean, DR, Pastor Nate. It's like they're the same. Yeah, different shades, same dude, right? Exactly the same guy.
I can't say enough about those guys.
Yeah,
They're awesome.
and I've been fortunate. They're like so. They've been so close, physically to me. So I've got to hang out with them a lot this past year. And
you're blessed.
Yeah, I've been blessed. And plus, I got Michael Solomon right by me, and so it's like.
You know how good you have it, man.
Obviously, but we spent some time building this. I mean, Tony. He's my dear friend. Who's like now connected to all this stuff, and obviously, just meeting everybody, seeing all these guys and getting super close with Robbie. It's been great, man, and
it's a great community, man.
Yeah,
it's a great community.
Totally, and I'm super excited for what's coming next with Robbie. And
I can't wait for Take on the World 2020.
Yeah,
see what you guys got in store.
Yeah, we got.
I might stop by. I'd love to see what's going on.
Well, if Lord willing, if we're able to have it, that's what we're working on. I mean, you're coming, you're speaking. Yeah, there it is.
I just want to be there.
Jared Cressman I announced. Yeah, he said he's in.
Right.
He's coming.
Well,
Of course, Robbie's. Of course, Robbie is coming. There's the man. What's that?
Take on the World 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Take on the. Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes, but we are super excited for it. Look at this. Robbie is so busy, and he is just joining us.
It's the calm before the storm.
Yeah, he is. I mean, Robbie is super woke.
Super woke.
I mean, he has become super woke. You guys are gonna find out. I mean, I'm super excited for for what's next with Robbie. Get through FEIC.
A couple of hints about what's coming up with your ministry next year.
I mean, don't because
I'm not going to say anything.
Get through this one,
Yes.
and then
my mind's this, and then the big
But
reveal comes.
you got
The big reveal
got some big
comes.
stuff coming up.
I do.
the big reveal, guys. I can't wait for you guys to see this.
But this is the big reveal right now. For the
Yeah,
next
I don't
2
know.
days.
I don't know if I should. Am I
yeah, we
allowed
got
to? Am I allowed to
conference
show this?
Right here, man. Finding the
Yes. Am I allowed to show the main stage right now? Okay. All right. Here we go, guys.
All right,
I
exclusive.
want to show you guys. This
It's
is
not going to look as good if it was all lit up and stuff. You want to maybe
This is an exclusive look at something that's about to
Take
go
on the
down.
World TV. It's out
And
here
here we
first.
go. We are going really slow. Take on the World exclusive. Go out, share this. This is the game show, which has to do with a special thing that's going to be coming out next fall. But this is going to be an exclusive that is going to be filmed right here tomorrow. Actually, no, Friday.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Is it tomorrow night? I think it's tomorrow night.
No, this is the end of the whole thing.
No,
This is Thursday?
Yeah, this is before Owen Benjamin.
Okay, yeah.
It's tomorrow night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Owen Benjamin was hanging out in here. You know, so this was super awesome.
And that guy right there, Andrew, is a big part of that.
Man,
It's all the women I've been hugging.
and I gotta go meet that guy because that guy, Mr. Round and Curvy.
That's Brandon Kirby.
I gotta go.
Friend of Yahweh.
Yes.
Friend of Yahweh.
I gotta go meet him. So Robbie, we are super
just sent
excited.
him
Thank you
over
for
there.
spending a few minutes with us.
Yeah.
You know, this is going down. This is conference number 4 for you,
Number 4.
and this is the biggest year yet. And there is a
It's gonna be a
super
big year.
special surprise still happening, right?
That's right.
And so that's going down
Oh yeah, at noon.
at noon.
Tomorrow.
at noon.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Tomorrow
It's a
at
big
noon.
one. Yeah.
Is this going to be? So I'm sure everybody's going to blast this all over Facebook when this happens.
Huge. Yeah, it's gonna be a huge surprise.
Guys, I'm gonna get the exclusive right here. Take on the World TV at 11:59. So you better be here, you know, watching Take on the World TV. So super excited, super pumped.
Enjoy, live
enjoy.
stream it.
And this is the most I'm gonna get out of Robbie until after the conference because he's gonna be so slammed. So
FlatEarthConference.com. Sign up for the
Yes.
2-day live stream, all access, everything. It's gonna be good
Yeah.
to go, man.
So-
It's gonna be good to go. If you can't get here, it's kinda like-
Malav says he can't wait to hear the news. Malav, we missed you. We needed you here. I mean, we got Jared back in the place.
I'm just trying to avoid it.
But we are going to go
without
meet
falling
Mr.
over.
Round and Curvy and see if he actually will spend like 2 seconds.
Oh, and by the way, Round and Curvy, the worldwide premiere for his brand new video he's worked on for 8 months will debut at the very beginning of the Flat Earth Video Awards. Let me tell you, it is a game changer. One of the best pieces I've ever seen. It's a 9-minute music video like you've never seen.
Oh,
It's amazing.
that is going to be great.
Myself and him are the only ones that seen it. No one else has seen it. Not Rick, not Jared, nobody.
Oh,
He wanted
guys,
the tight wrap. It's
I
amazing.
want you guys to go out and
Get the live stream.
view Round and Curvy, and then get excited for something even better.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
And you can't
8
get much
months.
better than that.
8 months, spending like 10 to 12 hours per day. It took him 8 months to do this thing. It's insane.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
let's go over there and meet him. See if we can actually snag him. So he's over here doing some behind-the-scenes work. So hey, Andrew, I'm Chris.
it going, man?
We are live on YouTube right now.
All right.
And so guys, this is Mr. Round and Curvy. So we've been watching your video, sharing your video, and Robbie just gave us the exclusive that something is coming. That's gonna
Friday night.
that only you and him have seen,
That's right.
and it's going to blow people away. So
Maybe
I'm
one
telling
other person.
everybody, go watch Round and Curvy, then get pumped and ready for this new video that's dropping. And he said it's 9 minutes long. This is
12
like
minutes.
12 minutes. Dude, it even got
Music
better
video.
walking over here. So, dude, we
It's going
appreciate
to premiere Friday night around 8 o'clock at the conference, and then I'm going to make it go live at 8:45.
So what got you into the parody flat Earth game?
You know, I just did some videos.
My stuff
I
is
did
going to be so easy because
the
all I
Jeranism,
need
the
to do is
Midnight
plug
Sun
in
one, and then I just had to do it, you know.
All I got is
Just-
basic PowerPoint.
I don't know, man.
sound.
And Round and Curvy, I
Don't
just
have
wanted
any of
something
that
really.
issues to go to.
Are you a fan of Weird Al?
I'm definitely a fan.
Okay, you're a fan of Weird Al, so of course. So he took the big hit, Riding Dirty, turned it into White Nerdy,
Right.
and you said, you know what, this needed the extra flair to turn it
Right,
to
and then the,
Round and
the
Curvy.
trolls thought they would tell me, hey, this is a parody of a parody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah, of course, right?
Because I said I parodied Round and I mean,
Yeah.
I parodied,
Yeah.
White and Nerdy. They're like, oh no, you're parodying a parody. Yeah.
But it was, you know what? Did it really matter? It was done so well. I mean, the production on that thing was amazing. And then, you know, I mean, the lost NASA footage. I mean, come on,
I was
you
like,
can't get much
something.
better. I mean,
and you know, in White and Nerdy, he's got the the Star Wars Christmas special.
Yes.
Yeah. So I need something.
yeah. So if you guys haven't seen Round and Curvy, I don't know what rock you've been hiding under. But this is Andrew, and he goes by friend of Yahweh on YouTube. Check him out. So he's spending some time here doing a bunch of stuff, and I'm gonna see if we can snag an exclusive with Mr. Rick Hummer. And he's over here. He's got the scoop. He's got all the things going down. Yeah, I'm still filming. We are stop. When are we gonna stop?
We can stop filming. That's okay.
When are you gonna start filming?
I have no words. I'm not. I wasn't gonna start tonight. I was gonna give myself some time.
Yeah.
What'd you do with my chapstick?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't have it.
I know you have it. You have the same shade on that I do.
So Rick,
It's hot wing red.
dude, so this is a super exclusive that's going down tomorrow night. All this stuff.
Well, this will not be live streamed.
Of course not.
No. This won't be live streamed.
Yeah.
Actually, you could actually get punched right between the eyes for actually turning that camera on the wrong way.
So guys, that's super exclusive. We're super exclusive. You
Turn it around so you can see yourself.
Yeah, getting punched. Okay, you ready, guys? Okay.
I'm just kidding. I was kidding. Come on. I was kidding.
Oh, I know.
You know I would never do that. I would actually drink some punch right now. Because we just ate hot wings that could kill somebody.
Jaron just got into those hot wings.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Jaron,
I told you, dude.
He just got.
I told you.
How are they? Are they good? You like them?
They are so hot.
Hey, give it about
Yeah,
30
Look at my
seconds
lips.
after you
Are
eat
my
that.
lips red? They're already chapped, and I got that hot sauce on them.
And you had one of them?
Just one, dude. I mean, I could have kept going, but nobody wants that kind of abuse. I mean, it wasn't like a.
Dude, why aren't you rocking the Through the Black gear right now?
That's a good question, because I just drove from my house and I just wore what I could find in the dark, and maybe tomorrow wear
I'll tell
something
you, your
Through the Black
table
on.
looks on point.
Yeah, dude, and honestly, Tom's the one that usually organizes it, or
I set it up.
Katie organizes it. No, he didn't. He's lying. I actually feel like I did a pretty decent job. So
We got Jake
Awesome.
back and Sierra. Look at this. This is some real behind the scenes stuff. And earlier we got to meet Bob Knodel. He's not talking right now. So Bob, welcome to Take on the World TV. Hey, we are live. So if you don't want to be on camera, you could say get me off camera. All right, there we go. So this is your fourth or third year.
My third year here, and I also did the Canadian conference.
Okay, yeah. So
and,
you're fourth
did-
with Robbie then.
Yep, and Flattoberfest I did, and various meetups. So
Yeah. So the big question everybody wants to know is about the gyroscope.
of course, everybody wants to know
Yeah.
about that. You want the long version or the short version?
The short version. The short version. Yeah.
I'm going to go to the bathroom. Is that we essentially were able to prove that it was not Earth rotation that the fiber optic gyro was measuring. It did pick up a 15 degree per hour rotation, but through a very simple experiment of just doing tests at different elevations on the same latitude line, we were able to demonstrate very clearly that it was not Earth rotation, but rather luminiferous ether rotation. And it's really not a difficult experiment to perform, but we did it. We did it multiple times. It was repeatable, and we have it. So
Yeah, but yet everybody wants to flip and turn it into, we
Earth
should be.
rotation,
You
yes.
should be receiving a Nobel Peace Prize.
I should.
Right,
Yes,
for
absolutely.
actually proving that the Earth's spun, but you're not,
No.
because anybody with real accredited science are going, no, he didn't prove anything.
No, well, not only that,
Yeah.
you have to wonder when the Globers have to go to a flat earther for their proof
Yes.
of Earth rotation, how pathetic is their case,
Right.
right? Especially when they're completely fabricating it. I mean, it was
And the biggest thing is you're only going to hear trolls or people that are coming against this topic. You'll never hear NASA come out and say, well, here's what Bob Knodel just did for us, proving what we've done. How come you've never heard that? How come you've never heard any real scientist, Neil deGrasse Tyson? This should have been huge news, but yet it's only huge news in the Reddit threads, YouTube comments, and all those things based upon a Netflix documentary.
Right.
And
If the detection of the ether rotating would have been proof, or if they, this detection was actually made over 100 years ago by the Michelson-Gale experiment.
Yeah.
And if the mainstream science wanted to, point at something and say, there's our absolute proof. 100 years ago, Michelson-Gale detected a 15 degree per hour rotation, because they did, using laser interferometry, which is exactly the same technique that we're using with the fiber optic gyro. They would have claimed that, but there's a big reason why they didn't. And the big reason why they didn't is because Michelson-Morley, which of course was the experiment designed to measure the linear velocity around the sun, they would have had to explain that. So rather than do that, they just ignored it and said, okay, well, the ether doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right. So that's,
Right.
So I didn't do anything that hadn't already been done, and I didn't even do it. But that's whatever. I get credit for it.
So now here's the big question. So you were in the Netflix documentary.
Yes.
And so how has life changed since that Netflix documentary? Have you been recognized out in public?
Oh yes.
And do people support? Are people supporting what you do mostly, or are they recognizing you from that documentary and saying cruel things?
It's actually been incredibly positive. People will say, weren't you? So they say, what's up with the 15 degrees per hour? And, and then I can go through the long version. The long version really isn't that long, but essentially, and I give it to you in a nutshell. But if the Earth is rotating, all right, at 15 degrees per hour, let's say we're on the equator. Now, obviously, we did it in Colorado, which is 39 degrees north latitude. But just say you're on the equator. Okay, you measure with the fiber optic gyro, and it does pick up that rotation. Okay, so it comes back and it's got that 15 degrees per hour rotation. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to go to another place on the same latitude line, in other words, on the equator, and go to a different elevation. And if you're on a globe, it wouldn't matter what elevation, whether you're at sea level, 10,000 feet, 14,000 feet, whatever. It should never, ever, ever change. That rotation rate should remain the same because we're on the globe, right? But if it is something else that's rotating, like the ether, then there will be a change in elevation on the same latitude line in the rotational rate. The reason for that is because the ether is rotating kind of like a spiral, like a tornado. And so think about it this way: it's slow up here, and then it starts going faster and faster and faster as it comes down on a vertical axis, right? So, and that's exactly what we did. We did a measurement at Pikes Peak, Colorado, at 14,125 feet. We got rotation rate commensurate with 15 degrees times the sine of the latitude, okay, whatever. And then we went directly east out into the plains of Colorado to a little over 4,000 feet. We have basically a 10,000 foot difference in elevation. On the exact same latitude line, and we obtained a more than 1 degree variance.
Wow.
That right there blows the rotation of the Earth theory completely out the window.
Wow. So what's next for you and the crew of future experiments, things that you're working on, maybe some things you can't tell us?
I don't know. Most of this is all in the FE core realm. What I will tell you is that FE core, the ballers, their newest thing is, gyro compasses now prove the rotation of the Earth because they're saying they find north all by themselves, and that they do. However, they only do it when you input the latitude, right? They have to know the latitude for them to do that. So the baller's assertion is that the gyro is essentially detecting the inertia, right? And then it's telling you where true north is. But the thing is FE Core just bought a gyro compass. They're very expensive, by the way. So we just bought one, and we have completely analyzed the way that it works. And the big surprise is it isn't Earth rotation that allows them to detect.
Yeah.
So we'll be coming out with that. So
nice. That's super exciting. So what are you going to be speaking on this year at FEIC?
I'm going to be covering in depth, stuff that I've covered before, but I think it's important to keep kind of repeating some of this information. But my particular speech is going to be on angular size and inverse square law, meaning essentially that when you think about things like the sun, and the sun is 875 or 865,000 miles in diameter, but by the time you get it to Earth, it's only a half a degree in the sky, and by the time you get out to 16 light hours, just not even all the way out of the solar system, well, the angular size has gotten way too small for even the eye to detect. But then the ballers respond then with, well, what about light? Okay, what about the light? Well, that's when the inverse square law of light comes in, and you can also reverse calculate that. But the big point is that by the time that you get out to Saturn, for example, which is 1 billion miles from here, so you have an angular size of the sun.
Billion
it's
miles.
Tiny. It's 10 times smaller than it is here, right? And they want us to believe that somehow that sunlight is illuminating Saturn with its albedo and then making a return trip of 1 billion miles to Earth. That can't happen, and that's what I'm going to kind of be talking about.
Awesome. And so what last question here for you. What did you do, before Flat Earth? What was your field of work? And let everybody know kind of what you've done in your past.
Okay. Well, I have been an electrical engineer, specializing specifically in communications engineering. I built cell sites, I did microwave site engineering. Believe it or not, I did satellite ground station work, engineering, and I've worked in two-way radio. I've worked at a cable head end, satellite again, and then for the last 20 years, I've actually owned a business in Denver that specializes in IT engineering. So basically, I'm an engineer of kind of all different areas.
Yeah, so that, I purposely made you answer that question because so many of the people that are going to deny the things you're talking about have no credentials to match what you have. So you know what? I think that warrants people just to at least hear what you have to say. So that's my encouragement, guys. If you're out there watching this and you don't know what you think, what to think about this topic, go get the live stream. It is well worth the $40 just to go hear Bob speak, and because he is a wealth of information and knowledge. So I am super excited. Thank you so much for doing that, Bob.
Very welcome.
And we host a show called Flat Out Insights. Me and Michael Solomon. Okay. And Michael Solomon is he's a gentleman all the way down over there, and he is a 3D animator, photographer, and so he comes at it from a lot of the same perspective. We met in the other room, and we'd love to get you on a show this year, Flat Out Insights. So I'll reach out and hopefully make that happen this year. So guys watching in the group, so hold me accountable to getting Bob on a thing. So, and there goes Tony. So thanks so much.
He's the guy that does the rap in our
Yes.
Intro.
Yes. Well, Tony's been my friend for 20 years.
Oh, okay.
We went to high school together. I put on the Take on the World conference in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, we are on year 3. So I think I'm being called. So thank you so much, Bob, for jumping on, guys. I think we're gonna get everybody in.
Okay, goodbye.
Hey, look, everybody's getting tired. Thanks, Bob. All right, let's go grab the stuff. Okay. We're going to see if we can grab a few more, talk to a few more people as we walk out. So, guys, tomorrow we're going to be doing so much more. Go over to Mom. I'm going to get my stuff. Say excuse me. Say, you got to say excuse me.
Okay. Will you turn that off
Kids.
for 2 seconds? You got that thing running like 24/7?
Look,
He's got his battery pack.
I got my battery pack.
got his
Dude, Michael Solomon hooked me up with this battery
He
pack.
has like a battery pack.
Yeah. Dude, I just did the most killer interview with Bob. It was awesome. So, are you ready? Okay. We are ready. So I'm grabbing my stuff, guys. We are going to wrap up. This was one of the speakers only little meeting just to go over those things. All the little details about how to...
We got work to do, man.
Yeah, we got some work to do. We got our presentation still to run.
Yes.
And we're going to be working on that.
And I'm a procrastinator.
And I'm a procrastinator.
No, I'm finished with mine this time.
Oh, so you have to finish his for him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So here we go, guys. We're going to walk out, and we're going to be filming our live presentation. And here are the names, here are the things, here are the faces.
Peace of mind. We don't want to deal with all stapling. So I'm just like, jump on.
Oh, you had them stapled too.
Everything folded.
How did it turn out?
We had so much going.
I
This
know.
is another
Oh, I
thing.
know.
Did it turn out well?
It turned out great.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it. Okay. All right, folks. Gary Arbaugh. Big shout out to Gary. Gary made these.
Yeah, let's just go right to. Thank you very much, Gary. Town sponsor.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Nice.
we got
Sweet.
finding the creator through creation. This is the theme of this year's
Awesome.
FEIC
Awesome.
2019. We got Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. Got exhibitors information. We've got and again, a lot of this inspiration came from Take on the World. Thank you very much.
It is like a flashback looking at this thing.
Friday morning, right? Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and then we got all the speakers things, and at the end, boom.
Oh,
Thanks for attending. So we're good.
Yes.
To go. Yeah.
Gary Arbaugh, you
Thank you so
crushed
much,
and
Gary.
killed this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we love you, Gary.
I felt bad for making a couple changes daily. I'm like, hey, how many times does like some list here? They're like multiple times daily. I'm like, he's laughing. I'm like, doesn't bug you, though. He's like, no, it's all good.
Yeah.
He's such a good sport, but I'm just like, oh, so you don't mind like a change every day?
Oh, that's the
yeah,
process.
multiple changes in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Gary.
What? Am I still?
And before I go, I wanted to introduce myself.
Oh,
John, Chris.
No,
Yes,
nice to
of
meet
course.
you, sir.
I'm sure we know each other from just seeing each other.
Take on the World conferences.
Oh,
He's the
okay.
conference
Yeah,
organizer. for
and Back to the Future. So we've been watching.
Yeah.
You've been part of the inspiration to
Cool,
put all
man.
these things on. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good to
So
hear,
we've
dude.
been
I just ran out of time and money. That's why I stopped.
Yeah.
So, but I love the Back to the Future conference. But hooked up with Robbie and enjoying it. Now I do this. I do a lot of stuff with the police department now.
Nice.
Put events and stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, hey, those were some amazing events. I just never got a chance to get out to them, and they were really super instrumental in.
With me, for sure.
Yeah, no
First
doubt.
time meeting Rick, Rob, John Pounders, like, yeah.
Yeah, and I did it.
He's actually the first person that basically, hey man, why are you speaking at my conference? I'm like, what? Okay.
Well, because I had a
Very
speaker
first conference I ever
cancel.
spoke.
I had a speaker cancel, and Rob, Skiba said, "Hey, call this guy Robbie." Who?
Yeah, but it was great, man. It was like one of the best things, man, coming there. It was my first time. I'm like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to be like, because I knew I was kind of going into this kind of community, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to get to know them and just experience it for myself. And honestly, it changed everything, man. Because I was like blown away. I'm like, man, they didn't try to like beat me over the head or freak out because I wasn't, keeping Sabbath or dietary laws or whatever. Like, what's going on, right? But no, it was. I'll be mentioning a lot more about how it began at Back to the Future.
Yeah,
Really
so
was instrumental.
Back to the Future, man, it's come first circle for Robbie. So,
My little
Okay.
let's go. What are you tired, dude? We're gonna start walking out. Here we go. So, right there's Owen Benjamin right at the corner, guys. I'm not gonna go get an exclusive, but I'm gonna zoom in. Whoop! There he is. There is there is the bear himself. Owen's over there.
Okay.
He's chatting with.
Cut.
He's chatting with Jake and all the whole crew over there. So he'll be doing his stuff tomorrow. So yeah, this is the live exclusive look, and we are going back to work on our presentation. Good night, everybody. All right, let's keep going. We don't need any of them. Okay. We don't need to turn this off. So Michael, we're gonna walk out. So as we walk, so what have you thought of FEIC so far?
Dude, we're a part of history right now.
Well, man, Riley is like he's my worst critic.
Tired.
He's my worst critic.
He is so tired. And Daddy just talks and talks and talks and talks.
Well, hey, we got a good amount of watchers in here.
Did you see
here's Michael. He's geeking out on all the cameras.
The van?
Yeah, let's go show you guys this.
Show the van. It's his favorite part.
All right, let's go take a look at this. All right.
Well, this is just shag carpeting. And the bed.
Okay then.
Yeah, this is
Man, that's weird.
Michael,
Does that take you back?
No.
You didn't own one of these, Michael? Come
None
on,
of
be
them.
honest.
No.
No?
You were never.
No. Do I look like an old hippie to you? No.
So yeah, I don't know exactly what this is all
I've never
about.
been in a van like this.
But it looks like this is
in a
a
lab with test tubes. That's where I was.
yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's walk on out.
There's nothing special about that one.
I'm just gonna give you guys some.
I saw that online.
I'm gonna give you my reflection so far. It hasn't even started, but it's been a lot of fun meeting a lot of people, all the people we've been wanting to meet for a while, and all of our friends that we do know. So it's been a blast. Hey, good night, everybody. I think we're actually gonna walk this way. We're going this way.
That's right, we're going this way.
My study program is in English, so everything I do is in English.
What are you jamming out to?
What's that, brother?
What you jamming out to?
The oldies but goodies, man.
Oldies but goodies.
You gotta jam out, right?
Yeah.
How long has we kept that phone on?
All right, we are walking out.
Not here?
There it is. So Riley, what have you thought so far? On my last interview of the night.
Did you show Paul the Plains shirts?
Yes, I did.
You did.
Okay, where's Michael Solomon?
Did you show Amber's jewelry?
This is my favorite shirt.
All right, I'm going to show you guys. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you watched all the other shows, we did all this. Here's Amber's table.
Oh, man, I do want some of those.
Yeah. This is pretty awesome. Here we go. There's the couple that's been waiting for me to get moving. So. So
we're past Maria's bedtime.
It happens at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, she's gone, man. She's like.
There's the whole crew over there. Bye, Tony. Bye, Joy. Have a good one. Everybody's keeping it biblical. Instead of flat, we just say we're just keeping it biblical. So, Michael Solomon, give us some words of wisdom as we end out the night. Don't say Don't say Sorry. No, get tomorrow. Well, that's not really words of wisdom. That's just like a command to be here. Oh, it's very why don't you give Maria?
I got nothing. It's after 8 o'clock.
This past her bedtime, man. I start working at 8 o'clock.
We still have about a 30-minute drive back to the Airbnb. No. All right, guys.
What time do you guys have to actually be here?
8:30.
8:30.
8:30. At 9.
Yeah.
Right. We need to get mic'd up.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna sign off over here. Oh, here's our chance to say good night to Sheila. All right, guys. Hey, remember, go back and check out all those things. All right. So we're gonna keep it rolling for the car because we actually just got our first super chat. So thank you so much. We just got our first super chat. Thank you so much, Anthony.
Oh, okay, now. Cut.
I will go talk to Owen tomorrow. I will get an exclusive interview with Owen. I promise. We're gonna make that happen. I'm gonna make Robbie give me that opportunity to do that. But we're gonna have to sign off for tonight. I don't think they're gonna let me get into this car holding this thing.
It'll be difficult.
We got to go over our presentation, and so we're super pumped. So only in Texas do they still water their grass in November. It's quite cold out here, and they just put on the sprinkler system. So I don't know what's up with that. So I'm gonna sign off, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the super chat. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great